Raising another person is not what childhood is supposed to be. Usually, parents care for their children, but sometimes, children become the parents and do most of the raising. I used to think parents were just broken versions of functional people. Like there was this spectrum, and some landed on the broken end. Turns out it's simpler than that. Some parents are just children who got old enough to have children. They didn't grow up, they aged. Different process entirely. There's this thing that happens in certain houses where the kid becomes the adult, and the parent becomes the thing that needs managing. Not because the parent is sick, not because they can't physically do things. They just never learned how to be the person who handles life. So someone else has to do it. And if there's a kid in the house, guess who that someone else becomes? These parents will sit at the kitchen table and cry about their problems to a 12-year-old. They'll ask their teenager for advice about their marriage. They'll need someone to tell them it's going to be okay after they made another terrible decision everyone saw coming except them. And the kid learns real fast that if they don't step up and be the stable one, nobody will. So they do. They become the one who remembers to pay bills, who de-escalates arguments, who makes sure there's food that isn't candy. They parent their parent. When the person who's supposed to keep the ship steady keeps lighting fires on deck, someone has to put them out, or everyone drowns. The kid isn't choosing maturity. They're choosing not to live in chaos. Here's what actually creates a parent who needs parenting. Emotional regulation they never learned. That's the main one. These are people who feel something and immediately need someone else to fix it for them. They're angry, so everyone needs to manage their anger. They're sad, so everyone needs to make them feel better. They're anxious, so everyone needs to reassure them. Over and over. They never figured out how to sit with discomfort and process it themselves, so they outsource it, usually to their kids. Second thing is they never developed a self outside of their emotions and their impulses. Ask them what they want, and they'll tell what they feel. Ask them what they're going to do, and they'll tell what sounds good right now. There's no plan. There's no consideration of consequences. There's just this moment and this feeling, and whatever makes it better immediately. That's how they operate. And operating like that means someone else has to think ahead, because they won't. Third, they need constant validation that they're doing okay. They need someone to tell them they're not a bad person after they did the bad thing. They need someone to agree that everyone else is wrong and they're right. They need an audience for their victim story. And kids are a captive audience. It's not about intelligence either. Some of these parents are smart. They hold jobs. They can solve problems at work. But put them in their own life and suddenly they can't figure out how to have a hard conversation without melting down. They can't handle being told no. They can't sit with the feeling of being wrong about something. Intelligence doesn't fix emotional infantilism. Sometimes it just makes it more elaborate. Kid raises parent. Kid loses childhood. Kid spends years trying to figure out why they feel responsible for everyone's emotions, and why they can't ask for help without feeling like a burden.